If you'd asked me when I was 10 years of age what I wanted to be, a hurley maker was it. The first hurl I made would have been for myself and my wife Patrice. I suppose, look, she was playing Camogie for Waterford at the time, and I was just making a few hurleys for her. In 2006 then we just said we'd give it a go and try and make a business out of it full time, you know. So we did, and touch wood, it's going okay, thank God. Patrice would look after the sales and all that, along with my father over in the workshop. I have two little children as well, JJ and Katie, have come along over the last couple of years, and you know, please God, I'd like to, you know, pass on the craft and the tradition to them to keep in the family and that, you know. So hopefully, look, they'll know how to make a hurley anyway, and after that, then they can find their own path in life. Probably the biggest buzz for me is the fact that, you know, the hurleys are made in the back of the cow shed in Knockandduff, and when you see them then up in Thurles and Crow Park, like I get a wicked buzz off that. You know, you wouldn't be jumping up and down shouting it, but just you'll be sitting in the stand in Thurles or Crow Park, and inside you'd just be happy. You know what I mean? It's just it sort of makes all the hard work worthwhile. Like, the way I look at it is that they played hurling hundreds of years ago with an ash hurley, and they're still playing with it. And thank God, look, they are, and that suits me down to the ground. I'll keep making them by hand, please God, as long as the shoulders hold up.
And yes, a very good afternoon. You're very welcome to the WIT Arena. We're still here, all in good fettle, and really looking forward to this much anticipated county intermediate Camogie final of 2021. It's an all-Western affair. It's on Rinn against Modeligo. It's a repeat of last year's semi-final, which on Rinn won a tough battle in Bushy Park on that occasion. They came out on top by 3-8 to 2-9. They lost it on Garvan in this county final last year. They last won it in 2017. They'll be keen to get their hands back on the trophy this afternoon. Modeligo, though, are an improving side. They won just the junior in 2019 and have made great strides since. They are hoping to win the intermediate title for the first time in their club's history this afternoon, as we have a look at the team of officials out there. Owen Morrissey of Erin's Own is the man in the middle this afternoon. Brandon Power and Brian Cudahy are his two linesmen. So big day for Morrow. We wish him well this afternoon. Delighted to say Derek Lyons is back and re-energised after the nice grub we got upstairs, Derek, and really looking forward to these two teams, similar to the junior with Portlaw and Tallow, two teams who know each other very well.
Yeah, I mean, they're well accustomed to playing each other now at this stage, Gavin, and as you said, it's a bit of a David and Goliath sort of a challenge here in terms of a young up-and-coming club in Modeligo, and starting to put their footprint on Camogie in the West, and obviously the well-established on Rinn team around like for a number of years now, and trying to break through here into the senior grade. So a real mouth-watering prospect, and just to say thanks to the board for the hospitality we were provided with inside, and to compliment the canteen staff inside. We've got well fed there during the break, so we're all watered and fed and ready to rock again now for another match.
Absolutely, and these two teams, they've met twice already this season in the league in the league competition earlier on the year, and also in the championship, where on Rinn came out on top when they met. I know Modeligo were short a few players, I think, on that occasion. 3-12 to 2-2 they prevailed, but in the two semis, Derek, Modeligo had to rely on extra time, overcoming a really valiant effort from Butlerstown, 4-14 to 3-10. That game, no doubt, will stand them in good stead.
I think so, more so than the opposition's semi-final encounter. I think that we can still remember that game. The semi-final game, it was awesome all around the field. You know, throughout the game, went extra time, and then Modeligo drove on, and like with 10 minutes to go, they were out of the game. But it just shows that the desire for them to drive on, and no more so than emphasised by than Maureen O'Brien, who really stormed into the game when they needed her 10 minutes to go. I think there's a lot of experience in this Rinn team. If they get everything right in terms of their matchups, they will deserve their favourites tag. But as I said, Modeligo seems to be throwing caution to the wind in all their games and having a go, and it's refreshing to see that being done. And long may that last, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
It certainly is. On Rinn, they know a thing or two about these county finals. Of course, they beat Bricky Rangers in the semi-final by 2-13 to 2-7. Last won this title, of course, in 2017. So we'll start with the team lineups. We're going to start with the aforementioned on Rinn, of course, who are managed there by Stephen O'Careen. Johnny Landers, of course, dad of Aoife, involved as well. So Kelly Maroney between the posts of full back line, wearing number 16 will be Mackenzie Doyle. She starts instead of Niamh Roach. in the full backline. Anya Ní Cruttig at number 3, and Ever Cahar is Emily Roach. The half backline is Maeve Ní Careen, Fiona Morrissey at 6 alongside number 7, Katie Hannon. Lorna Pork at end for on Ryan. Emer Scanlon wears 8. She's the captain of Ferna alongside number 9, Aoife Landers. Maura de Rushta, Lisa Henrik on the 40 alongside O'Neillia Ní Fuelón, and the inside trio for the Gaeltacht girls this afternoon. Sarah Morrissey at 13, Fiona Rochford at the edge of the square, former Wexford Camogie star of course, and Eve Ní Veracú at number 15. So Derek, it's a strong team on paper.
Yeah, very strong team. Look, them all around the field. They're sprinkling a few then in that forward line. I've seen a few of their games, and they've got the balance right there. Key players there, obviously for them, would be players like Aoife Landers, county player for a number of years, and obviously Fiona Morrissey at centre back, Anya Ní Cruttig at full back, and then some really good emerging talent in that forward line, Gavin. Yeah.
Certainly, Modeligo then the challengers, as many people feel they are on Ryan, will be favourites coming into today, but they line out as follows. Historic occasion for them, of course, their first intermediate county final. Chloe Power in goal. Her dad, of course, Micheál, is part of the management team. He's the Bonashore. Clodagh Ryan, Tara Frahar at number 3 captains the team alongside Myrne Welch. That's the full back line. Aoife D, Ellen O'Byrne and Anna Hickey in the half back line. It's Aoife O'Byrne and Mary Kate Kern teaming up at centre field. The half forward line is Mairead O'Brien, Katie Buckley on the 40 alongside Rona Drohan at number 12 in the inside line. Emma Welch-Hickey at 13, Claire Welch at the edge of the square, and number 19 comes into the team there. That's Rachel O'Brien starting ahead of Gillian Whelan there in the corner forward position. So again, Modeligo, they may be underdogs. They're here on merit, and no doubt, Derek, they're relishing this occasion.
I really looking forward to them. Talking to people up in the west there over the last few days, and from both quarters, like a really entertaining prospect here, and I'm sure they'll both present us with a fantastic game of Camogie here today. And as I said, the sun now coming out here at 3:15 on a winter's middle of November's day.
How would you get it?
Blessed with the weather, and obviously for Owen, wish Owen the very best of the game, refereeing top class referee, so it should be good, and the ball is thrown in, and off we go.
Off we go, away we go. So buckle up the seatbelts, as they say, and on Ryan mounting the first attack, it is the aforementioned Aoife Landers. As Derek said, we were saying off air that Aoife has shown great fitness and tenacity in his championship. Modeligo overturned this ball. Go to Ryan trying to get hands on the ball there. It's the full forward. It's Claire Welch, who's way out from her full forward position, but she's wearing 14, but seems to be adopting her role deeper out the field. Battle for possession here in the early exchanges. Owen leaving this develop on Ryan. Prodding the ball forward here is their corner forward. That's Eve Ní Veracú. Again, the ground a little bit sticky in places, but there's a good sod on it. It's on Ryan trying to make headway. Here's the centre half forward, Lisa Hendrick, back outside as far as O'Neillia Ní Fuelón gets her shot in. Inside, gathered there by Chloe on the second attempt, just fumbles it, and dangerous moment here from Modeligo, but she recovers well. That's good goalkeeping there by Chloe Power. Ships it outside as far as Anna Hickey, plenty of pace. Number 7 on her back, slid her glue to the hurley. Now going forward on the 45-metre line. In hot pursuit there is Eve Ní Veracú, but Anna puts on the afterburners, showing great pace. Now looking for runners, but she gives it straight into the arms of Aoife Landers. Is looking for Claire Welch, well read by Aoife. Down the line, as far as Fiona Rochford, former Wexford Camogie and ladies football star, she's plenty of medals in the back pocket, and again, fibre of the jersey there tested by Claire Welch, and again you can see straight away Fiona, she's going to have a big influence on this game.
Yeah, we kind of measured that beforehand. We kind of said if Modeligo are going to win this game, they've got to hold players like Lisa Henrik and obviously Fiona Rochford at 11 and 14 respectively. They're two key players for this online team, and they're going to have to be curtailed. But yeah, good start, good lively start to the game. A couple of minutes in early now, and it's a free over on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like Fiona Morrissey, I think, Derek.
Going to take this one. Yeah. She's not bad on the freeze, Fiona.
She'll get plenty of distance in it. Yeah.
Out on the fringes,
heading into the
dropping in around the square.
Dangerous. O'Neillia's around there. On Ryan have bodies in there. It's literally on the edge of the square there. It's kicked out. It's gone out for a 45. The opening 45. Dangerous moment there for Modeligo, but they relieve the pressure, and in the end it's booted out and 45. So Fiona Morrissey nearly has a chance to go around 2 and have a go for the opening score.
And yeah, even though this will probably be a little bit further out, it might end up being an easier free because it was. No, I think somebody coming out to take it. I'd say it's probably going to be.
Looks like Fiona, I think, is it? Fiona Rochford? Or Lisa Henrik, is it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Number 10, Myra's the Ross is taking it, I think. Yeah, there's a bit of a lull there at the moment. So
I think it's actually an injury inside there to Chloe Power.
Chloe, yeah. But go back to that incident, like she did fumble that ball, but she did recover it extremely well. Chloe did. Came out with that ball, but she's obviously picked up a bit of a tap on the way.
And just looking in there as well, there both sides. We're on the kind of the Modeligo side here, and on Ryan away to our right as well. There's a nice crowd in for this intermediate final. Yeah. And wherever you're tuned in as well on the Waterford Camogie Facebook page, we hope you're enjoying the action. There's just 3 minutes gone here at the WIT Arena. And on Ryan.
So apologies, that's taking this one. She's coming out.
She has come out for this one, being marked there by Brian Cudahy, the linesman from Ballyduff Lower. So a chance for On Ryan to hit the opening score here. Just 3 minutes gone. This is a result on the day decider as well, of course. So a replay if we're level at the end of the 60 minutes. Rochford going for the opening score. That's over the bar. Good strike there by the former Wexford star. She's been a go-to player right throughout the championship, illustrating that there. That's a good one to start the conference, Derek.
And I just noticed the sideline flags are Gavin, they're starting to blow a bit, so the wind has picked up since the first game, and obviously On Ryan playing into it, so then Modeligo will need to get as many scores as they can in this first half, you know.
On Ryan trying to win that ball back, and Modeligo battling hard as well. Huge occasion for them. Their first final this afternoon. Referee says Claire Welch was pushed in the back, indicates it there. Morrow was bang on cue there. Free in for Modeligo. Mary Kate Kern not hanging around, gets on with it quickly off her right hand side, looking for runners inside. That's well taken. Rona Drohan spoke about Rona having a big influence in this final. She started well here. That's a long delivery inside. Was there a foul? There was a foul inside there, and pushing the back. And Mairead O'Brien, who's been policed there by Emily Roach, who's certainly going to have a tough task this afternoon, but she did well there.
Definitely, and actually Rona caught a great ball in there from that delivery in, and she's obviously one of the key go-to players as well as Mairead, so there's a lot of pressure on those young shoulders here today for both cases. Just coming out of minor, so yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, plenty of young and experienced players on that view here today. Onionique Cruttig took that free. It may well work out for On Ryan yet, as Owen Morrissey decides to leave this play develop, as we said. Similar to the junior, there's going to be a lot of these rucks today, but thankfully the pitch is in great condition, and delighted to be able to bring you this game. All compliments of throw ball, Rua TV, and of course thanks to Mobile Training as well, and Peter Flanagan as well for their sponsorship as well of today's live streaming. Just the 1 point so far from that 45. Modeligo trying to go forward. Rona Drohan bends her back, gets over the ball. Lovely control. Carried a bit of a knock over the last couple of weeks, but she's back to full fitness for this huge occasion this afternoon. Going for the equalising score. It'll be some score if it goes over. It's gone wide there. The umpire there was thought the way he was sprinting out he was going for the flag, but
like everything was right up to that. She had a great break out of a ruck and carried the ball away from Fiona Morrissey. Got a lovely strike off her left, but unfortunately she's pulled it to the left and right.
So the puck out comes from On Ryan. Modeligo win it back though. They're getting hands on the ball early. Claire Welch, her brother Sean, of course, will be lining out for the Ireland county football final tomorrow. She's concentrating on the Camogie this afternoon. Down the line as far as Rachel O'Brien. Rachel trying to get her hands on this ball. She has the ball. She's gone inside the cover. Seems to be foul. Referee says play on. Shipped outside. Oh, ground strike isn't a great one. Picked up by Modeligo. Picked up by Mary Kate Kern, trying to weave her way through there. The hand pass gone inside. Wasn't a great one there. And Modeligo just maybe a little bit of overplay there, but there's a chance here for the girls in green to get down over the ball. Again, another use of the hand pass. Back as far as Claire Welch. Loses possession. Prodded forward again. Chance for Rachel O'Brien. Gets it down into the corner. Scoreboard literally facing her, trying to bypass there. A wall of defenders there, and the referee says you took too much out of it. Free out to On Ryan, and just straight away there. And I think you mentioned, Eric, about the physical strength of the On Ryan players as well. They seem to be a bigger team.
Definitely, and look again, Rachel there in that instance, I think she's only 16 going 17, again, a lot of pressure and experience of likes of on your Crotty there in the back line. But really good start from Modeligo. They're getting on a good bit of ball. Could have a couple of scores on the board.
Back with the play now, and Emma Hickey trying to do her best to keep that ball in play, but it goes out over the sideline, and Brian Cudahy bang on cue there, saying it's going to be a line ball. That line ball will be to On Ryan, who of course won this title in 2017, as we were mentioning.
Yeah, it looks like Modeligo are bringing Claire Welch out the field a bit to use that physicality, that football that she has, and it's notable like Modeligo have a couple of really good footballers in their midst as well, the Burns and the Hickeys, so they'll be using all those skill sets today.
So here's Aoife Landers with the line ball for On Ryan. Prods it down the line. Oh, well gathered, well taken there. Lovely first touch by Eva Iveraku. Strikes this in. No one around the house though, but Tara Fraher just drops it there in the wrong area of the field. On Ryan applying the pressure. Modeligo need to get this ball out very close to the edge of the square there, and again plenty of rucks in the first game. We've had a few already in the second game. Is Owen Morrissey going to leave this go? Is he going to throw it in? Who has their hands on this one? Looks like O'Neilly and Aoife Lawn is in there. She's as tough as nails as well. Real up and coming star, rising star. Modeligo have plenty of them too. Real cluster of bodies here, like something we'll see in the Aviva tomorrow, but it's Modeligo trying their best to literally hoof the ball out. Bobbles across the square. Tara Fraher. Well, this is a very, very interesting. In fairness, Owen is leaving it develop. And eventually decides, I think, wisely to say, look lads, no more of that, let's bring it out to the 21.
We'll be there for another half an hour, I'd say.
But again, there's no one hanging back, is there?
No, absolutely not. Like, you've got Emma Hickey now stepping in for this one. Ball goes through the legs there, and it breaks to 9.
Fiona Morrissey way up from her centre back position again. Good pressure being applied up. Back to Maeve Ní gets a strike in. Oh, could work out here for Maura de Rochta there. Ivor Adefer on Ryan trying to win it back there again. As we said, there's no standing back here. The game is yet to kind of maybe really open up.
A bit like the first game, Gavin. We said after 5 or 6 minutes, there was a few rucks, and there was
it's amazing that we have 8 minutes gone, and
no one wants to give away an edge early on in the game.
Still just the one score.
Yeah. So we've got probably our third ruck already inside the first 7 or 8 minutes, and Owen is taking it up again.
There's been a lot of throw-ins.
Yeah, I think we might see.
I think he just maybe needs the 2 there. He's thrown it in maybe where there's too many bodies maybe. But anyway, he's now deciding. And then there's players now they're on the wrong sides there for a couple of seconds. Then he decides to throw in the ball. Let's get on with it. Who's going to come out with this one? Modeligo have it. It's the number.
Mary Kate Kern.
Number 9, Mary Kate, of course, has it from Modeligo.
For left down the sideline, sharp.
Again, only down the throat of the on-Ryan defence, and that's Mackenzie Dial who started instead of Niamh Roach. That was the same change in the semi-final. Aoife Landers trying to go forward, trying to get inside the cover. Is she pulled? Yes, says the referee. Free in to on-Ryan there. And Aoife winning that free there.
Aoife obviously in the county set up there.
Yeah, you know her well, Derek.
Carrying an injury all year long, unavailable for selection for most of the year, but managed to get over that literally at the end of the year. And I've seen her in a couple of games. She's flying in the last few weeks, so she's going to be a key player for this online team today.
So see Sinead Ní there, of course, in the background team even, and Maud Kareen there as well, and that's another score for on Ryan, and it's well hit there by Fiona Rochford, number 2 for the full forward. Confidence strike. One thing I suppose Modeligo can't afford to do is to be conceding frees to Fiona Rochford.
No, they're just going to go over the bar, simple as, so they've got to be disciplined in their tackling, and that's a hard thing to do when you're playing against top quality opposition. So this long puck out down in the direction of Mairead O'Brien.
Katie Hannon is underneath this one, is about to maybe clear it for on Ryan. Katie had a super game in the semi-final, clearing her lines, and Modeligo putting the pressure on there. Good battling by the girls in green. Outside as far as Morrissey, gets the hand pass outside as far as Emily Roach. Emily fails to hold it though. Was she pushing the back? Referee says play on. On Ryan, get down over the ball. Fiona Morrissey, look at the pressure being applied there by Modeligo. 3-4 green jerseys around her. No foul though. And Modeligo working hard on this ball. Aoife Landers trying to get it back again for on Ryan. She's going forward. Referee says that was a free there. And there was a bit of afters there. I think Mairead O'Brien as well is involved there, and Aoife winning the free there. Again, loves to take on the player there. I think Owen actually was playing an advantage on that occasion, but again, in fairness, both sets of teams, you could see Modeligo, they're trying to get into blocks and hooks, so just a little bit maybe over anxious on that occasion.
Yeah, look, as I said, as I mentioned Aoife there a while ago, she's having the necessary impact for Ryan in the middle of the field. But Fiona Morrissey doing well there as well for Rinn. She'll stand over this ball. And look, Fiona will, if she makes clean contact with this, you can nearly put it over. She's capable of doing it.
Yeah, she's a mighty strike at the ball, and there this one is.
Around on the 21 inside the D. Ball is breaking there. Breaks to the ring player again.
It's the centre forward. That's Lisa Henrik. The moon tour in the Friary, of course. Snapshot by Lisa, and that has gone outside and wide. We've a player down here as well. This occasion, so Morrissey's just going to decide to stop that one. 11 minutes has really flown by in the opening half. Just the 2 points so far. No score from play. 2 frees for Fiona Rochford scores. You feel like this could be a final where they're kind of going to be at a premium, Derek.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, it's going to be, for the first 15 minutes, we expected this to be nip and tuck, and as I said, like, there's not going to be a whole lot of hurling played. That'll start to flow hopefully after the first water break, but at the moment it looks like, I think the experience of on Ryan is coming through. They've eked out a couple of scores from frees. As you said, Gavin, you just can't give them away to players like Fiona Rochford.
Yeah, got a shot there of both managements there. Micheál Power and Deirdre Fahey, of course, former inter-county star as well, involved, took over the coaching role with Modeligo this year as well, so great to see Dee Dee, I suppose, involved in the scene as well, and given her expertise, I suppose.
Yeah, and then fairness, Dee Dee only left the scene in the county scene the year, right? This year I think.
That's right, yeah.
Last year.
Again, kind of plagued with injuries, wasn't she, over the years as well?
Given a number of years, so. But it's great to see people like Dee Dee going straight into helping out in the club and management setups, because that's what's needed.
I'm not sure if this is going to be one of the concussions up here or whatever. Maura de Rochta obviously got something there and obviously felt something. So into the fray comes Brianna Nickra. Of course, Brianna would be a prominent player as well, probably unlucky not to be starting, so she comes into the fray. Resulting as well, I can tell you, from Lemmy Bryan in the County Junior A football final, the more heartbreak for Shamrocks because they've been beaten by Mount Sion 115 to 1-9. So 4th defeat in a row for Shamrocks. Hard luck to them. Well done to Mount Sion. We'll come back to that in a minute. Right now we're watching Onelia and Nifuelon go forward. Great defending there by Modeligo, and that was a good run there. Could have
back on it again.
Still could end in a score. Oh, good use of the hand pass outside as far as Brianna Nickra. First touch for her. She's only on the field, and that one has just gone wide on that occasion.
Yeah.
Should have been a score, maybe.
Would have been a score, but she's just on the field in fairness to her, straight out of the dugout, so we'll excuse her for that one.
Yeah, and even that's, as we were saying there, that's tough on the Shamrocks at Mount Sinai. It's their second title in 4 years, so I know they put a lot into it the last couple of weeks, and they had a strong panel.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I mean, they'll go on the tour now. They'll go on the mystery tour now around Munster to the Munster Club. Well done to them, in fairness. And big shout out to one of our friends there, Iggy.
Oh, of course, will be, absolutely, yeah.
Mount Sinai, he's been helping out with the Camogie as well for years. So best of luck, Iggy, on that journey around Munster.
No doubt.
With the big ball, that is.
No doubt he'll enjoy that. Right now we're back to the small ball. Rona Drowan trying to get Modeligo's first of the afternoon. There was a block on that one. I think it's going to go out for a 45. Yes, says Owen Morrissey there. So in fairness to Rona, she's got on a lot of ball in the early stages.
Yeah, and look, I think Anya Crotty getting across there with the experience of Anya, making sure that Rona didn't get. She's had 2 or 3 efforts now so far, so they do need to get 1 or 2 of those, you know. I mean, they've had 2 or 3 attempts and no return for, so they're going to need to keep the scoreboard ticking over, particularly against Rinn, who obviously are getting returns for their frees, like, you know.
So Modeligo still awaiting their opening score of the afternoon. It's hard to believe 2 points to no score. With goals galore in the opening game, and the junior early stages scores so far in this one are going to be hard to come by between these Western rivals. They met twice this year on Ryan out on top on both occasions. Modeligo aiming for their first score here this afternoon. That ball has just been pulled by Mairead O'Brien. In fairness, she had the distance, just not the accuracy.
Yeah, and
it's their first wide.
It's
the second wide, actually.
It's hard to start, like, you know, with a free like that and then just put them wide, so Mairead will be disappointed. But look, she showed great
Rachel O'Brien trying to win this back as far as Katie Hannon. 2 players, I suppose, at opposite end in terms of experience and youth there, but it's Katie winning this duel, or on Ryan, very close to the sideline there. Ball literally thrown down the line. Was it a throw or was it in? Linesman says that ball has gone there. Eve Veracu just stepped out. Good pressure there by Modeligo. Go to Ryan up from the corner back position there, and in fairness, discipline there on that occasion, just winning the line ball. Looks like.
Really good. Just stood your ground, hold your ground, and let the player run into you. You know, she couldn't go anywhere, and literally ushered her out over the sideline. So you've got a line ball for Rona Drowan here.
Yeah, Rona's going to take this one. You can catch a glimpse of the scoreboard here, and just looking at the pictures there, turning out to be a perfect afternoon here in Carriganore earlier on. Of course, in case you didn't hear, Tallow were crowned the junior premier champions by virtue of a 3-7 to 2-7 win over Portlaw. A great final. Right now it's all about the intermediate. Fiona Morrissey relieves the pressure for on Ryan, right down the throat to Lorna Pork and Modeligo trying to fight for this ball. Brianna O'Regan into the team, or Brianna Nicra, I should say, into the team the last couple of minutes there, and there she is winning a free. So again, proven to be a bit of a handful there, even though she's on the field, only on the field.
Athletic looking player and good stride about her, like, you know. So I'd say she won't weaken the team. And I noticed that Myra DeRosa is still on the sideline, so maybe she's ready to come back in there. Like, might just got a good knock.
Caught it down the line as far as the aforementioned Brina Nicra again. Aoife D in hot pursuit there. Good play though by the on Ryan players, and that ball is driven back in. It's a high one inside. That is a dangerous one. Lurking inside is Eve Veracu. She's gone inside the cover. That's a free, surely. Yes, says the referee. The foul was outside, I think, and we could well see a card here.
Yeah, I think there was only one result there. If she wasn't stopped, and that was going to be the ball, was going to be in the back of the net. So, conscious decision probably made there by a Modeligo player to make sure that was shot not pass.
Yeah, I think referee has the notebook out. On Marcy just having a word there with the Modeligo captain, youthful Tara Fraher, who was plenty of years ahead of her, and great warrior. In fairness, she's had a good season, but she picks up a yellow there, and probably not an ideal time to be picking up a yellow card either, but especially when you're in the full backline.
And I suppose she was faced with that choice, Gavin. I suppose, like, if she left her go around her, there's a great chance it was going to be a goal, so she made that hard call. I suppose she picked up the yellow. This means she's going to have to be extra careful now for the rest of the game. So Fiona Rochford is on a hat-trick of points in the early stages here. 17 minutes gone. Imagine the water break will be coming up. This should be bread and butter for Fiona Rochford. It's over the bar, and Owen Morrissey calls for the first half water break here at the WIT Arena. So 3 points to no score on Ryan in the ascendancy, and it's amazing no score from play. It's tight, it's tense, but on Ryan, just I suppose free taking going to be crucial. Definitely, yeah. And look, I suppose Modeligo probably had more chances from play. Rona had 1 or 2 chances, and I know Mairead had a wide from the free, so it could be 3-all just as easy. But you know, when you're the challenger, you want to get scores on the board early, like, you know. And I'm sure, as I said earlier on, Modeligo playing with the benefit of a small breeze there, like, so. Look, they'll have a chat with JP, and the lads will definitely. Michael will have a chat, trying to calm, relax them a little bit, and you know, it's a big day for them. They're in this final, you know. I mean, and Rinn have been in them, as you said, they've won them, so they know what it's all about. And as we said earlier, this is an emerging Modeligo team, and just get 1 score on the board and then just open up after that. I suppose that's what they'll be looking to do.
Absolutely, you can hear me all power barking at the instructions there. In fairness, it's a huge occasion for them. only formed, I suppose, with a couple of seasons, but you see the 45 names on the list. I know they feed a junior team as well. Their first year feeding 2 adult teams. A lot of good work on under.
Absolutely. I mean, I was struck by that the last day, Gavin. I see the programme with 45 girls named on it. It's fantastic, and it is probably the bones of their junior team behind it. But to see those girls named and see them part of the day here today, that's what club activity is all about, and it's looking after everybody within the club, and they're ready to rock again. So yeah, just get a score and get the board ticking over, scoreboard ticking over. Modeligo need that early score now in this second quarter, and look, drive on from there.
Yeah, so 17 minutes gone when the clock was stopped there. We are going to resume with that puck out for Chloe Power, the Modeligo number 1 this afternoon. 3 points to no score on Ryan in the ascendancy, and earlier on victory there for Tallow, so congratulations to them on being crowned the County Junior A champions. They'll be in the intermediate grade next season. Question is, who's going to be promoted to the senior grade on Ryan so far in the ascendancy, but there's a lot of camogie to be played. Huge puck out by Chloe. Modeligo trying to get hands on this ball on Ryan, battling hard. O'Neilly and Efuel on in there as well, always in the thick of the action. Real youthful exuberance in this on Ryan. Forward line, wearing 12 but covers every blade of grass. Mairead O'Brien goes across for this one, and Mairead is fouled there. Maura de Rush seems to be the guilty party there. She seems to have resumed there, and Modeligo not hanging around with this. They get to take this one very quickly in as far as Rona. That's Rona Drowan. Can she get inside the cover? Now has a bit of time if she can get her strike away. Goes inside the cover. She has an advantage. None accruing, so it's back for the free. That'll do the confidence the world of good. I'm sure they'll be hoping to nail this one, but again, Rona, she's carrying the fight to one, right?
She certainly is. I mean, any ball that's gone in there now so far, she's won it, and she's turned, and she's got into a position where she can either get a strike away or earn a free like she did in that occasion. And well done to Rona there in that piece of play. She's been double teamed in some instances, so it's even more challenging for her. So yeah, look, this will get the scoreboard ticking hopefully, and you know, they'll want that early on, and Mairead stands over this one on the 21 just outside the D.
You can hear JP Ryan telling Mary Kate Kern to go back as we watch Mairead O'Brien strike this in, and Mairead O'Brien opens Modeligo's account here at the WIT Arena. As I say, would be expecting that. Again, she's been a real tour de force right throughout this championship, and that'll get her confidence going.
Yeah, she needed that after the first free. She'd be disappointed with the first one. So the resulting puck out comes down towards.
It's Clodagh Ryan trying to get her hands on it there. She's wearing 2, but seems to be playing way out the field. A ruck ball, right? Yeah. And referee says it's pushing the back there. And in fairness, he was right on top of the play, Owen Morrissey. So obviously he saw it better than what we could. So
yeah, he was very decisive in his decision there. In fairness to him. So
yeah,
ball is put down, and if you're going to see Aoife Lander is now taking this one, and known Aoife, she's going to look for somebody. She's not just going to fang this down the field. She'll have a look and see who's making those moves.
So Aoife off her right hand side.
Yeah.
Makes a huge connection with this one, right down the middle. Yeah, she obviously wasn't listening to it, Eric, from up here. May well work out though. Rochford and Henrik are around there for on Ryan. We'll follow the play. It's with on Ryan as they try to go forward. Referee says steps there. Free out to Modeligo. Their fans are happy with that one. Bit of amusement there on the look on the face there of the on Ryan centre forward. Lisa Henrik looks at Owen Morrissey to say, what could I do? But he says free out. Bit of relief for the Modeligo girls. It's going to be launched here by Chloe Power as see Tara Farrer, her fullback, just goes in to mind that goal as well, just in case. So Chloe will take her time over this one. And Dadmy Hall, of course, is part of the management team. Done a lot of work with underage GA and indeed Camogie circles over the last while.
Brilliant clearance down towards Aoife Landers, gets a touch on this one, breaks to the ground.
Rachel O'Brien trying to get that ball there. So too Mary Kate Kern having a good battle with Aoife. 2 players who know each other very well. No quarter giving her ass. Modeligo having in their hand, just trying to be flicked back there when maybe there was room to carry it, but there's been very little room here so far. A lot of these ruck ball situations, but it's testament to both these sides, and they're here on merit this afternoon. County Cup up for grabs, intermediate or senior hurling up for grabs for next season.
Yeah.
So
a lot at stake. So
line ball it's going to be, I think, is it? And it's going to be a line ball to on Ryan on that occasion. Brian Cudahy marked that down. So it's going to be a line ball too on Ryan. It's Aoife Landers again who's involved in the thick of everything this afternoon. So 21 minutes gone in the opening half, and
trying to get him back a bit to keep the 10 yards. Great line ball from Aoife down.
Oh, gone inside the cover here. Could be Fiona Rochford's ball. She's got 3 frees. She's capable of scoring from play as well. Off her left hand side. This one seems to have gone across the face of goal. It was unlucky. It was unlucky in that occasion. She got inside the cover.
Eleanor Byrne just managed to get close enough to her.
And Owen Morrissey, I think, is calling a sub here, is he? Have we a change? Or not sure what he's indicating there. Oh, there's just a player down over here is receiving a bit of treatment. So.
In fairness to Fiona, beautiful pick up there now, was goal bound, but to be fair to Eleanor Byrne, she stuck with her, she chased her down and she managed just to put her off a little bit, but strike just tailed off to the right. Got an injury.
It's Anna Hickey, just
Anna Hickey,
in fairness to Anna, she's as tough as nails. She doesn't stay down too easy.
Well, obviously,
yeah,
really great strength and runner.
Hickey name, of course, synonymous with Modeligo and Nave Reid underage as well. Actually, I think it's going to be a hand injury, is it? It's a finger injury, is it?
Looks like a finger injury, yeah, maybe a nail or something. Or
Sammy Hall could be maybe doing the old-fashioned thing, is it? Right in front of the stand there, anyway. Owen Morrissey is coming over and.
There's a little bit of medical treatment, I think, on the physiotherapy.
Yeah, that's Michelle Guyry, of course, who'll be involved with the Nair tomorrow. She'll have a busy weekend, of course.
Busy weekend is right, So just a little bit of a lull at the moment, and 5 minutes into the second quarter.
It's kind of yet to catch fire, really, Derek, has it? I know there's been a lot of these rucks, you know, it's cagey. That's the word,
Games. And it's a bit like the first game, Gavin. Then it did open up. So Anna's going back down there now again, resumes her position at wing back. And there was a puck out steered out by Chloe Power straight down towards Anna, but unfortunately she wasn't ready, so the ball's going to break.
Here's Avni Veracruz again, plenty of pace to Byrne, illustrating it there. Oh, brilliant tackle, Anna Hickey got back there, brilliant tackling there by the wing back. Rhoda Ryan after this ball, in hot pursuit of Fiona Rochford, sprays it down the line, good vision by Rochford, down the line to the corner forward. That's Avni Veracruz, gets it inside now. On Ryan have possession, they're going for another score. This one is high, it's looping in, and it's looping over the bar. Super score by Sarah Morrissey, sister of Fiona. It was hanging in the air, there was plenty of height in it, there was plenty of accuracy in it as well.
Really good finish there.
First score from play.
And an excellent score now, in fairness. It just floated, hung up there for a while. We didn't know it was going to come down again, but just dropped in the back and hit the back of the net. So a good score from Sarah, younger sister of county player Fiona.
Now, can Modeligo respond? Ball dropping in halfway between the 45 and 65 metre line. It's Aoife Landers back there again for on Ryan. Her dad Johnny, of course, involved in the background as well. Here's Maura the Rushta. She's caught late there, and Modeligo player there, Mary Kate Kern, indicating that the ball was there, but I think she didn't get too much of the ball on that occasion there, Derek.
I think she committed to that tackle a little bit too early, and result not only free against her now, but there's going to be a ticking as well, so she's got to watch herself.
Yeah, in fact it was, Katie, the centre forward, Katie Buckley there, So Brandon Power,
and these are doable for Fiona Morrison's taking this now literally from the middle of the field, slightly to the right looking in, but it's the distance that Fiona can travel for the ball.
So 4-1 on Ryan in the ascendancy. 24 minutes gone here of this County Intermediate Camogie final, coming to you live from the WIT Arena. Perfect afternoon for Camogie, another bumper day of action. Fiona Morrissey, the centre back, rock solid all season. Inter-county star, of course, gets plenty of distance in this one. It is going to hang in the air though, and the 13-metre line. But going first to react with this one. That's good defending there by the girls in green, trying to break out with the ball. They're pleading for a free. Referee says play on. Again, another one of these ruck situations. We've had numerous of these, you could say, in both games this afternoon, the junior and the intermediate. Who's coming away at this one? Maura de Rushta, I see, is down again there as well. So referee says steps on that occasion. Modeligo not best pleased at that occasion. Centre back there, Eleanor Byrne, pleading to Owen Morrissey to say, how could I get rid of it? My hand has been held, but this should be routine stuff for Fiona Rochford, Derek.
Yeah, absolutely, Just that physicality on Ryan again there, that Modeligo doing the right things, winning the ball, but just facing the wall of on Ryan players in front of him, couldn't get around him and overcarried. So Fiona lifts
over the bar.
It's over the bar for her.
Number 4 for Fiona Rochford. 4 shots at the goal, you could say, 4 frees. I know she had a wide from play as well, but again, Modeligo, something they can ill afford. And the gap is they stretch their lead. 5-1.
And these scores, like they're just keeping their scoreboard ticking over. Modeligo will be concerned about that on the line, that they're not getting a return. Just 1 point in 25 minutes wouldn't be enough.
Chloe with this effort from the puck out. It's a long one. Modeligo will need to get hands in the ball now to try and haul themselves back into this one, but there is still plenty of time there. Again, it's yet to kind of open up this game as Claire Welch, she tries to get the ball in the hand there, but it's mopped up again by Lisa Henrik for on Ryan down the line, looking for Fiona Rochford, being marked there by Muireann Welch. Muireann does well. Rochford is looking for the free. Muireann plays on and drives it down the line. Good clearance. Katie Buckley just didn't stick in her hand there, and the ball is driven back by the on Ryan captain. That's Emer Scanlon down the line as far as Lisa Henrik, very close to the sideline. The 2 number 11s in hot pursuit there, Henrik and Katie Buckley inside as far as Rochford takes in a stride, gets there ahead of Anna Hickey. Lobs this one in over the head of Tara Farr into Chloe Power. Good goalkeeping there by Chloe. Kept her eye on it and keeping the pressure on her there. But good goalkeeping there by Chloe and a great bit of vision to spot that Rona Drowan was down the line. Takes it in her stride and now going forward in hot pursuit is her opposite number 12. That's O'Neillia and Fuelon. Two players who know each other well, play with each other in the Friary, of course, in the schools, and having a good battle there. That was a great hook, but Rona has the vision to spot that Mairead O'Brien was in a bit of space. Now goes forward. She's their only scorer so far. Hurley seemed to be tapped from behind. Referee says, go on, play on. Was that a free? Modeligo, fans like to think so. Mairead O'Brien strikes it in. It'll be a fair score if it goes over. Mighty effort by Mairead O'Brien. It's her second, it's her first from play. We may have waited for the first score from play. Sarah Morrissey got one a couple of moments ago. That was even better from Mairead O'Brien.
Absolutely, and after getting the block down from Fiona, she's managed to get the pick up off the ground and struck straight away, running with the ball over the bar off her left hand side. That's exactly what Mairead needs to do, and that's exactly what Modeligo need Mairead to do.
Super score by Mairead.
And Rona Drowan before that,
yeah.
In the middle of the field, so.
Started by Chloe Power, of course.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So Kelly Marooney in the goal. Now Mairead O'Brien. Modeligo trying to get the next ball.
Here now. Yeah.
She's on a roll. She's going to a hat-trick of points. Mairead O'Brien driven back with interest. Is it over? Umpires go, say it's wide. I thought for a second they were going to indicate, put up the flag. They certainly, the last couple of minutes, they've just maybe got a foothold in it, and especially when Mairead gets on the ball, when Mairead is playing well, Modeligo are playing well.
Yeah, and look, you just like, for her sake and for Modeligo's sake, obviously.
Brilliant catch. Plucked out of the air superbly there by the midfielder. That's Mary Kate Kern, looking for Rachel O'Brien inside, but beaten to this one inside by the cornerback. That's Emily Roach. Got a partly block there on it, and it's gone out. The block was on the Hurley, not the ball. So Brian Cuddy, he says, linesman, says line ball to the girls in green. That's Modeligo in this all-Western pairing.
Yeah, and it'll be taken by Rona again and get this ball across, and they're starting to get a bit of game time now and a bit of ball. Yeah, just making sure that.
Yeah, we're trying to maybe check that. It's 4-2 on the scoreboard. I've actually 5, so I think the scoreboard is actually wrong. Yeah, because Fiona Rochford has 4 frees and Sarah Morrissey has 1, doesn't she? So yeah, to most Rua doesn't be far off the mark, never does he? So we'll amend that at half time. Back with on Ryan. Here's O'Neilly and Fuelon trying to get this ball out of Modeligo. It's good centre back play there by Ellen O'Byrne. Dad Tom is on the line, of course. She's had a really good season. Flicked away there by Emma Hickey. Emma Welsh-Hickey, of course. Back with interest by on Ryan and Lisa Henrik, but only Fiona Rochford seems to be coming way out the field. That's mopped up by Tara Farr. It's a poor clearance by Tara Fiona Morrissey and Rochford can queue up. Fiona can go for her own score. She opts for Rochford, who was in maybe a better position, trying to go by Anna Hickey. Anna standing her up. Rochford gets some latitude, gets the strike away, and Fiona Rochford fires it over the bar. Number 5 for the full forward. That's her first from play. Clearance was poor by Tara Farr. She probably had more time. 6-2 to
right. She could have gone with that ball. She looked out the field and then still hit it out to two Rinn players that were in front of Mairead O'Brien. Maybe she just didn't get the strike long enough to Mairead, but yeah, it resulted in the player that she's marking getting the score from play.
Here's Chloe again. You can see Rona Drowan is.
Yeah, now you're seeing some.
Just took her eye off it, and that's a hefty challenge there on Rona Drowan. Referee says no free. O'Neillia, Ava Niver gets on with it. On Ryan could profit from this. Here's Henrik going forward, or Rochford going forward. She's fouled. Free in there to Modeligo. They were, or 2 on Ryan, I should say, but before that, Modeligo pretty incensed with that one. Yeah.
Or the lack maybe.
Certainly looked in the back.
Yeah, I thought maybe now free was there. You know, Rona. She had fumbled the ball, but there was a real hefty tackle coming in behind her when she was trying to pick it up. So JP and Michael there. You know, not happy. And in fairness to Rona, she picked herself up. She's as tough as nails, in fairness. She's probably more disappointed that she fumbled the first ball, to be fair to her. You know, she had time, and sometimes when you have time, you touch just. Yeah, maybe they're trying to maybe just rush things, as you say, maybe even trying too hard, and on Ryan just getting the breaks, getting those couple of frees, and Fiona, these are all tap overs for Fiona Rochford, aren't they? It's even more frustrating when the free goes against you, and then you give away a free just shortly after that. Like, so, you know, this is going to put another score on between the teams. It was really unnecessary, like, you know. But yeah, I think they're justifiably aggrieved now with that decision. But look, they go your way sometimes. You see Anna Hickey there just having a word there with the referee there. Modeligo not happy with that decision, but Fiona Rochford could make it count, and she drills this one over the bar into the dressing room end. It's number 6 for the full forward. She's got 5 frees and 1 from play, and that scoreboard ticking away nicely from on Ryan's point of view. Yeah, look, I mean, they said you'd like to see a lot more from play, but the scores are going over from frees. Now, chance here for Aoife O'Byrne if she can get on this. Modeligo. Thanks, Brian Cuddihy there, indicating 3 minutes of additional time. Long ball looking for Rachel. Yeah, she's out in front of her player.
Good play by Rachel O'Brien.
Heads up Hurland across the ball.
Looking for Claire Welsh.
Yeah.
Claire could get her hands on it.
She does. Claire can bring her foot.
Again, you can see the wall of on Ryan defenders back there. Mairead O'Brien trying to get the ball in her hand. If she does, it could be very dangerous. Lovely turn there. Katie Hannon got a good hook in though. Good defending by on Ryan there. Rachel O'Brien in there as well. It's Fiona Morrissey. Rock solid at centre back again. Relieves the pressure for the Gaeltacht girls. Good clearance down the line. Rona Drowan though. She was up the other end of the field. Now she is back in her half forward line. Great skill. Lovely balance.
Strike off the left.
In full flight. This one is going to hang in the air. Could be very dangerous. Can they get a flick on it? Oh, the ball is flicked out there. Fiona Morrissey so good at reading that play, and outside as far as Maeve Ní haven't seen too much of Maeve in this opening half. Did she take a few turns? Referee says she did. Overcarries the ball. It's a free in. Modeligo will be happy with that one, and yeah, that's what O'Morrissey indicated. He's in the last turn inside that she overplayed it, so it's going to be a free, and that will be in to Ryan, or to Modeligo, I should say. Sorry.
That's a really scoreable free, so one expects for this one to go over the bar. Bring the deficit down to 4, and that wouldn't be too bad from Modeligo's perspective, given the dominance of
Ryan. Given the fact there's probably a lot more in him, absolutely.
Relatively happy, because they were in this situation in the semi-final, if you remember, and it
took a while to get going to actually.
The last 20 minutes they really stormed into the game.
Mairead O'Brien going for her third of the afternoon, and that's routine stuff. So both free takers, Rochford and O'Brien. It's turning into the Rochford versus O'Brien show. You could nearly argue here in Carriganore, but it's back to a 4-point game, which is pretty manageable considering maybe on Ryan have done all the hurling.
It's 2 pucks of ball, Gavin, like on Ryan are the dominant force here, and so it is fair to say that they're playing against the breeze as well, so Modeligo will be concerned a little bit about that.
O'Neely and Efoyle on it, just so good at reading that break, and lovely footwork by the wing forward. Pace to burn, still are glued to Hurley. Rona Drowan comes across the tackle. O'Neely gets the strike in, well read inside there. Well put out there by the Modeligo defence there. Hefty tackling there.
Aoife Landers got a great clearance in that ball there.
Yeah, in fairness, Modeligo players not hanging around, and in fairness, picking themselves up, or about to pick themselves up very gingerly. Right now though, we'll watch Fiona Rochford going forward. She's thinking about goals. Still Rochford, back in the net for on Ryan. Bullet of a shot from Fiona Rochford. 1-6 for the full forward. There was venom in that. Chloe Power hardly saw it. Roof of the net. Brilliant finish, and that's why I suppose she's a former top-class inter-county player, Derek.
But that all started from a ball, dirty ball, one out in the middle of the field by Aoife Landers, who added to the ball in the air, moved it on, and it got direct ball into Fiona, and she did the rest obviously after that.
Modeligo, just I suppose the wrong time you want to concede a goal as well. They won't want to concede another few scores on Ryan. Have their tails up, they're going forward again. Pass inside from Lisa Hanrick into the corner forward, Sarah Morrissey trying to get hands on the ball. We're into first half injury time. There's 3 minutes of that, we were told, signal, so on Morrissey should be bringing the first half to an end very shortly indeed. It's now looking pretty healthy from an on-Ryan perspective, that scoreboard.
Yeah, there's a different look to it now.
Picture, isn't there?
It's reflective of the dominance that they've had in the game, to be fair to on-Ryan. You can't take it from them. They're just the more aggressive, more determined, more experienced obviously team here, and that goal is really just a reflection of where things are at during the game.
Yeah, and in fairness to Rochford, she just one thing in her mind, a very blistering finish.
Like in fairness to playing at this level, even she's a former county player, and so she brings so much experience and knowledge and ability to this Ryan team. Ball on the 65-metre line. Mairead O'Brien trying to carry the fight to on Ryan. If there's one player will do it, it's Mairead, and she engineers the free there. It'll do nicely. If they could get a score before half time, would give them something to go into the dressing rooms. Yeah, look at it. This is scoreable for Mairead by her standard again. So look, hopefully she can put this one over and get it back to a couple of scores.
And imagine this will be the.
It all helps. They want to go in on a positive note. So hopefully this one, Mairead will see this one going over. Stands over, sizes up, lifts and strike.
Connection looks good.
Really good connection.
Great score by Mairead O'Brien, number 4 for her, and referee Owen Morrissey brings an end to this first half here at the WIT Arena. It's a half that's on the scoreboard has been dominated by on Ryan. Modeligo staying in touch as well. Mairead O'Brien though is their only scorer so far. She's got 3 frees and 4 from play. For on Ryan, it's been the Fiona Rochford show up front. She's got 1-6 so far, 1-1 coming from play. I suppose that goal, the big moment of this opening half, Derek.
Yeah, crucial score at the time. From a time perspective, if you're from on Ryan, you'll be delighted to get a goal just before half time, but obviously it's reciprocal if you're from Modeligo. But look, as I said, we reflect back on the semi-final. Modeligo were pretty much in the same position against Butlerstown, and they looked like they were the second best team on the day, but they came out in the second half and they tore into the game. And I think if they can get like some Mairead O'Brien and onto this ball and more ball in the second half, they're still going to have a say in this. But yeah, at the moment it's all about the dominance of Ryan, and the experienced players are really shining through.
So all to play for in this second half, but it's on Ryan in control at the break. It's half-time in the Hooper Dolan Insurance's intermediate Camogie final of 2021 here at the WIT Arena. It's on Ryan in control at the break. On Ryan 1-7, Modeligo 4 points.
If you'd asked me when I was 10 years of age what I wanted to be, a hurley maker was it. The first hurl I made would have been for myself and my wife Patrice. I suppose, look, she was playing Camogie for Waterford at the time, and I was just making a few hurleys for her. In 2006 then we just said we'd give it a go and try and make a business out of it full time, you know. So we did, and touch wood, it's going okay, thank God. Patrice would look after the sales and all that, along with my father over in the workshop. I have 2 little children as well, JJ and Katie, have come along over the last couple of years, and you know, please God, I'd like to, you know, pass on the craft and the tradition to them to keep in the family and that, you know. So hopefully, look, they'll know how to make a hurley anyway, and after that, then they can find their own path in life. Probably the biggest buzz for me is the fact that, you know, the hurleys are made in the back of the cow shed, knock and duff, and when you see them then up in Thurles and Croke Park, like I get a wicked buzz off that. You know, you wouldn't be jumping up and down shouting it, but just you'll be sitting in the stand in Thurles or Croke Park, and inside you just be happy. You know what I mean? It's just it sort of makes all the hard work worthwhile. Like, the way I look at it is that they played hurling hundreds of years ago with an ash hurley, and they're still playing with it. And thank God, look, they are, and that suits me down to the ground. I'll keep making them by hand, please God, as long as the shoulders hold up.
And yes, you're very welcome back to the WIT Arena. It's the exhibition game just ongoing there between Modeligo and on Rinn in the, not sure what age group it is, but great to see them here. We had the youngsters of Portlaw and Tallow and Delasado here earlier as well. So nice moment at half time for these youngsters as well to make it an occasion, Derek.
And it's great for their families as well. Like, see, I always remember back in the day when coming through with Dara and you're going off, they're playing these little blitzes, and it's great, very proud moment for parents to see their kids out there doing that little bit of a game at half time. And I'm sure it's the same for all the parents of the two teams now. They're just ready to rock again for the second half. So it's all to do for Modeligo need this really good bright start now to get into this game. If they give on Rinn another few scores, it's going to be, virtually impossible to come back from there.
It's going to be a tough one to come back from. The floodlights have just come on here in the second half in Carriganore. So as the requests of Tommaso Kyla has been greeted, I believe the lights are on. So Owen Morrissey is going to get this second half underway, the man from Erin's Own. It's 1-7 to on Rinn, 4 points to Modeligo. The county intermediate final live here from Carriganore. Early stages of the second half. Aoife Landers once again rock solid at Lorna Porca, ships off Aoife O'Byrne and gets a good relieving clearance down the line for Modeligo. Trying to get hands on this for on Rinn, I should say. Emma Hickey comes back, wins this ball back for Modeligo, working it out. Rona Drowan has an advantage there, and the referee comes back to that. So again, Rona, even though she's wearing 12, she's been everywhere for Modeligo.
Yeah, in fairness, again, great work done by Emma Hickey. Wearing 13, but back in our full back line there, winning a great ball.
So it's going to be a free out, and it's going to be taken by Rona Drowan. Oh, that's
hit by Rona there.
Didn't make a clean connection there, didn't they? Overturned by on Rinn. Lisa Henrik drives it back with interest. Rona will be disappointed with this one. Now here's a real speed merchant in this on Rinn team. O'Neilly and Aoife Law. Oh, just as we say it, took her eye off it, and Modeligo overturned this ball. Emma Hickey has it. Emma is fouled there, going out. Brilliant play there by Emma. So it's going to be a free. Just drops the ball and gets back into her position. So chance for Rona maybe to get a cleaner connection here, Derek.
Make amends maybe, yeah. I'm sure she'll be disappointed with that. A little bit further back out the field now this time. So she's looking up, heads up hurling. Here's a good ball in. Yeah, not the best of strikes, but well
work out. Oh, brilliant. Mairead O'Brien again on the ball for Modeligo. Seemed to be a chop across there. He has an advantage, I think. And that's a free in. In fact, it was Mary Kate Curran, excuse me, the number 9 there. In fairness to Owen, he had the hand up as well. And if anything, I think that was a late one there. And she's going to be spoken to by the match official, Owen Morrissey. And Owen having none of it. In fairness, he's applied the advantage rule well today.
Yeah. Look, just I suppose a little bit of a late slide of the hurley up on Mary Kate's hurley there from Aoife. So look, she's looking very perplexed about the decision. But
card?
No, just a ticking. So Mairead gets the opportunity now to close the gap.
Yeah, to nail number 5. In fairness, if they could get this one, absolutely.
Just keep it ticking over. Long way to go yet.
Heading into the dressing room end.
With a bit of a dip.
Carriganore, almost Paul Flynn-esque there. But this time it's a point, as you can see the floodlights coming on here as well at the WIT Arena. Number 5 from Rinn O'Brien. It just eats into that on Rinn lead at half time. It's the start Modeligo would have wanted.
It is, exactly, and maybe 1 or 2 more with that then to close the gap even further. Like it's 5 points now, but you just need to stop. Score a couple of scores back out to Rona in the middle of the field. She said
Rona has it, drills it back in.
Into Rachel
O'Brien. She's gone inside the cover now, Has support inside if she needs it.
She's running into people.
Katie Buckley has it. Katie trying to go in through there on the edge of the square there. Claire Welch amongst there as well on Rinn doing their best to clear this one. It's still in there. Booted forward and booted into the goal by Mairead O'Brien. It is. It's got the goal. It's in the back of the net. We're back to a 2-point game. She's taking the credit. She's walking back out to say, I'm going to claim that one. It was almost like a couple of the goals in the Tudor game earlier on, as I say, they all count. Back to a 2-point game.
Absolutely. Have some great work done before that, and ball breaks in around the goal. We thought maybe that.
Now we have a game on our hands.
Ball breaks from Mairead O'Brien again. She's coming out onto this.
Brilliant pickup. She's getting the top of things now. Top of the hurley there. What's she fouled? Referee says stay on. Drills it down the line. Claire Welch is inside, I think, Derek.
Claire with the ball in the backyard by Anya Crotty. So, physical presence there from Anya there in the back. Claire, another strong player there, all the way in from part of Ballymacarby.
Yeah, of course, it's a busy weekend, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
It's great to see people like Claire getting involved in that Camogie, and he played about a year or so now. So
she won a football medal with Ballymac a couple of weeks ago. Can she win a Camogie medal this afternoon? Well, she could go close if Mairead O'Brien keeps up this performance, because she's Modeligo's only scorer. It's 1-6 now from Mairead O'Brien. It's 1-6 from Modeligo. That was a super free.
That was an unbelievable score. Look, I mean, we were talking a minute ago, 6 or 7 point deficits. That's down now to 1 or 2.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible. And it's all in the space of 2 minutes. So That's the game of Camogie. And the ball is breaking out in the middle.
Another free there to Modeligo.
And Rona drone again.
See Rona, she's just slapping the ball there and saying, come on girls, let's keep this going. And she's really grown into it.
She's looking up to see who's making a run inside. Standing over that ball, heads up. Great to see player taking a free with their
substitute, I think, Derek.
Yeah. That's to bring it back on.
Brina McGrath, it says it?
Yeah, it looks like it certainly does, yeah.
So Brina McGrath is on for Ryan. She's certainly going to add a big physical presence there to that forward line, and it looks like, in fact, she's actually gone into defence, so maybe they've shown things up in their backline, Derek. It looks like player here away to our right is coming off. I think it's the corner back. I'm not sure there. Didn't catch a number there, but in fact it is the midfielder. It's Emer Scanlon, the team captain. Rona doesn't make a clean connection with that one, which is an unusual one. But
she's had a couple of poor frees here by her Sanders. The ball is breaking out to
JP pretty frustrated with that one. Modeligo or on Ryan have it back more in a rush. Look at the tackling though by on Ryan and Aoife D in particular there to win that ball back. I know her uncle Joseph Foley is watching out in Chicago, so we say a big hello to him. Hope you're keeping well, Joe.
That ball in towards Rachel.
Oh, took it well.
Takes it in the air.
She's gone inside the cover. That's surely a free, is it?
Strike away, probably a weak strike off her left.
Kelly does well. Kelly Maroney clears it out.
Clears the ball down.
Anna Hickey trying to get hands on it, but Modeligo have their tails up in the second half. He's been policed there by Fiona Rochford. Was she pushed? Referee says no. I think she just lost her footing there, to be fair. She was straight up. Back with Mairead O'Brien. Mairead trying to go forward. In hot pursuit is Katie Hannon.
It's not gone wide. It's gone in across the front of the goal. Anya Crotty's there to sweep that ball.
Good play by Anya. Oh, look where she clears it.
Straight down to Rona.
Rona has a chance here.
Look up here. She's going on a solo run.
Edge of the D. There'll be some score if it goes over. It's gone wide.
Oh, disappointingly wide for Rona.
What a game we have now. It's unbelievable. There's only 6 minutes gone in the second half, Derek, but it's end-to-end stuff.
The game came alive.
Really came to life, yeah.
Rona will be disappointed that she had one of those early on in the first half as well, so it's kind of two wides like by her that she really will probably reflect on.
Things really hotting up. It's with Brina McGrath again on the ball, isn't it? And down the field now. Here's the corner forward. That's Avni Verku. Haven't seen too much of Ave in the second half. Look at the work right there by Modeligo. It looks like Rebecca Burke has come on there, number 16 as well. I'm not sure who went off there, but they have made a change there. Rebecca is in. She makes that block. That seemed to be a chop there. It was. We could see it from here. You could hear it from here as well. That's going to be a free in. So on Ryan will be just happy with this. It just maybe steadies the ship a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think Fiona's gone over from Morris and over to take a look at this one. She's literally on the sideline, probably just about 50 yards out from the goal. So
Modeligo will be disappointed with those last two, because Rowan, she had a few snapshots. I know that none of these are easy on county final days, but they'll be delighted with the start of the second half.
Absolutely, look to get 1-2, and they just came alive. We kind of mentioned this at half time. They're capable of doing that.
So where will this end up from Fiona? It's a high dropping ball inside. Oh, well fielded by Chloe Power in the goal. That's good composed goalkeeping by Chloe. Now she has to clear her lines in hot pursuit there. Sarah Morrissey not giving up the ghost, and I think she's gone out over the end line. Is it a 45 or is it a line ball? I'm not too sure. She stepped out over the line.
She ran out of bounds in bounds, like, so pushed out.
In fairness, good pressure there. It's not going to be an easy 45, but she took that ball well.
Great feeling, like under pressure there. But players like Fiona Rochford hanging around for a breaking ball, you have to really be top of your game there. And well done to Chloe there. She's really doing well. Just ran out of bounds, had to carry the ball out over the end line. So the results, we'll see, is Fiona and Morris. Yeah, Fiona's going to go over and take this one by the looks of it. Or maybe not, so she's going to let. A bit of a indecision here.
On Ryan, they're in no particular hurry here. They are leading on that scoreboard, but just very early stages of the second half in this live intermediate final coming to you from the WIT Arena. Earlier on, victory for Tallow in the Junior A final, 3-7 to 2-7, overcoming Portlaw after a real titanic battle. Fiona Rochford has got a mighty goal here in the first half. She's got 1-6 so far. On Ryan haven't scored in the second half, which is nearly 8 minutes old at this stage. She'd be hoping the radar is remaining in tune. 45 metres out from goal. Looks like she's pulled it across the face of goal. Oh, it's kept in play by the rush stand side. Very good defending there. That's good play there by Aoife D trying to drive out with this ball, but good tackling too by the on-Ryan girls, not giving up the ghost, and they have it back with Maura de Rushta trying to lay it back. That's as far as the midfielder. That's O'Neilly and Aoife Lawn, I should say, the wing forward. Great block there. Emma Hickey working really hard, wearing 13, but back in her own defence. Aoife D trying to get the ball out, just kicks it too far out there over the line there, and then fair, she was trying to find Emma, but just too much pace on that one, and line ball to on-Ryan.
Yeah, and Emma Hickey's role by going back pin deep, almost in their own full back line, wearing 13, has really helped Modeligo find their way back into the game. So well done to Modeligo on the line there in terms of changing their game strategy. Certainly has paid off.
So literally right in the corner, looks like Aoife Landers is going to take this one.
Yeah, and Aoife is capable of cutting this one over the bar if she makes the connection, albeit she's only
a few yards into the end line, isn't she? Yeah, very literally nearly on the end line, yeah. Off her right hand side. Where will this go? Inside. Modeligo have it. Whipped on first time, but not a great clearance. Only out as far as Lisa Henrik to centre forward. She's another player over. Chance for on Ryan here. Shot comes in from Morrissey, and it's gone wide. The snapshot there. Yeah. Unbelievably, we're nearly writing that down.
Yeah, I mean, you'd say it was either that or it was going to be 45. I thought it might have taken the deflection, but yeah, that's a big relief for Modeligo.
You can hear JP Ryan trying to urge his colleagues to get back in. They have seem to be adopting a couple of maybe loose players, a couple of sweepers back there, Modeligo. But obviously it's worked for him in the second half so far, Derek.
So far, so good, yeah. I mean, they're right back in the game now. And they seem to be winning those battles out around the middle. And here we go again now with
Emma Hickey on the ball again. She's been immense in the second half. Great play by Emma, looking for players outside, and then has the vision to spot that there was a runner there. Mairead O'Brien, the one player you want on the ball. Katie Hannon is sticking to her. They've had a good duel so far this afternoon. Mairead trying to get past the presence of Hannon there and does so off her right hand side. Throws this down the line looking for Claire Welsh and Anya Crotty. They've had a good duel so far. It's Claire winning this one. She's gone inside the cover. Oh, great intervention there by Anya, sticking to her guns there. Claire has gone inside the cover now again. Oh, a bit maybe over fancy looking for Katie Buckley. Katie just took her eye off it, flicks it back. May well work out. Mary Kate Kern, snapshot from Mary Kate. It's her opening score. We're all square at the WIT Arena in the intermediate Camogie final. It's turning into a rip-roaring tie again for a second there. Tom Modeligo lost the opportunity. Back to Mary Kate Kern. She hasn't scored so far, but she's well capable of that, and we're all square.
Yeah, great work from Claire Welsh there just to get on that ball and get around an experienced Anya Crotty there, but and get a pass out to Mary, to Kate. So well done to her on the score. Ball breaks from the puck out to Rona.
Rona throwing again
in the middle. Rona gets a good clearance.
Has it gone over the cover? Oh, could be onto the chance here for Modeligo to get in this. Here's O'Brien or Mary Kate Kern trying to literally shield her body over this one. Does well. She's a good, strong player. Back outside as far as Aoife D. Oh, Aoife just took her eye off it, trying to get a hand pass. Oh, it's a little bit too tight and tense there from Modeligo's point of view, because Drone and D trying to play a hand pass there, maybe at the wrong area of the field, but it's still may well work out for the girls in green there on Ryan. Not going to give up the ghost as well. They last won this title, of course, in 2017. Here's Aoife D turning and twisting, gets her clearance in. That's great play by D. Down the line, Rachel O'Brien comes out, just took her eye off it, and it's mopped up there by Morrissey. O'Brien comes across, Morrissey gets the strike in. Everything now, all the skills in evidence here this afternoon. Aoife trying to go forward, she's fouled there. That's going to be a free 2 on Ryan, and referee is going to bring the ball forward there for a bit of protesting there. Modeligo won't be happy with that there, descent there, no need of it really. The free was given, and now it becomes a little bit maybe, I wouldn't say maybe handier from a point of view, but when you're Fiona Rochford, you certainly could be able to put this over.
Definitely doable, yeah, and some great work there from Aoife Landers there to win that hard, dirty ball, and obviously there was a bit of reaction from someone from Modeligo that gave reason for Owen to bring the ball forward 10 yards and into now a scoreable location.
So here's a chance for Fiona Rochford. She's got all but one of An Ryan's scores so far this afternoon, and that is a super effort there by the full forward, the former Wexford star, of course, now firmly established with An Ryan. She wants to be playing senior hurling in Waterford next year in the club championship, and so far the way she's performing, she's doing well. We'll just follow this one because it's taken very, very quickly, and it's back with Rochford again. The puck out from Chloe Power, deceiving her backline here. She's going forward. Great tackling though by Muireann Welsh, pushing her out, gets the shot in, and wide. Great play there by Muireann. Good discipline defending there, but again you can see the danger anytime Rochford gets her hands on the ball.
Yeah, and I think what they're starting to realise now online is that they're bringing Fiona Rochford over in front of Rona Drone for puckouts, because the expectation is that Modeligo are going out to Rona for those puckouts. So it was a good read there.
We have a change here as well, Derek. Sorry to cut across here. Kira Scanlon, it looks like, is coming into the fray there, and not too sure what player exactly went off there, but we'll try and figure that out. I'm sure if you're an An Ryan fan as well, as I see Sean Mihal O'Regan, who has a daughter involved with An Ryan, he makes his way into the ground here, but he's youngster Sean Oak down there. I see Sean obviously was at the match in Lemmy Bryan there, presented the cup to Mount Sion. Right now we're back with the play. Who's going to win this one? 1-8-1-7 on Ryan win it. We're about to do so. Oh, lovely movement off the shoulder. Onelia Neil just took her eye off it. Now gets inside the cover. Another use of the hand pass. Back outside as far as Morrissey just took her eye off it there at the wrong moment. And Modeligo will be hoping they can clear this one up the field. No quarter giving her ass. No hanging back from either side here this afternoon. Just a 1-point game. Breen in the crag. Gets down over it, and then prods it outside. Looks for the runner of Ave Veracu. In hot pursuit there is Katie Buckley. Ave just goes inside the cover there. Lovely play by number 15. Katie Buckley sticking to her guns as well. Good pressure. Prods it inside there. Good pressure though by the Modeligo defence. Here's their corner back. That's Muireann Welsh. Oh, just threw it up in front of her marker there, and it's not a great clearance. Out to Aoife if she can get down over this ball. Trying to go this way and that. Is she going to go solo? Elects to shoot herself. High one in, Tara Farr goes up for it, bats it down very, very dangerously, and it's picked up by Anna Hickey, was there, reading the play very well, does very well, drives out with this ball, player with plenty of pace, and off she goes, slit her glute to the hurley. Anna Hickey, plenty of open road ahead of her. This is a brilliant run, long bursting run by the wing back. Then what does she do? She gives away the pass. Mary Kate Kern took her out. She has it back though. Great play by Modeligo. Here's Rona going forward, hefty challenge there. No free, says Owen Morrissey.
She might have run into it. She might have run into her. In fairness to Owen, it's a good call. Ethan Anders on this one now again, looking for
Eva and Mary Kate. They've had a right duel this afternoon. Yeah. This one is very close to the sideline. Maura de Rushta goes down over. Is she out over the line? Yes, says Brandon Power. Line ball to Modeligo. And again, the pressure being applied, absolutely second to none. Maura there and Mary Kate having a bit of exchanging pleasantries there. Johnny Landers not too happy, I don't think, with that decision either. But Brandon Power says line ball. I think she was out, and he's indicating the ball was out as well. So yeah. Fairness, he had the flag up. In fairness, though.
Yeah. Referee's decision's fine. Get on with it. Win the next ball. That's what you got to do. So Rona takes this one. Not her best one. Yes.
Oh, did she?
She hit it twice.
Did she touch it? The thing is, did she touch it? Brandon Power is.
JP Ryan not happy there.
No, JP isn't happy there, but obviously Morrissey is the man in there indicated from the lines, so it's going to result to hot ball. Yeah, Modeligo just have to try and win it back again. Seemed to be a hurley held there, and the referee says yes, there was. I wonder. Was he evening things up?
Maybe there.
It's getting hot and heavy on the line there as well as Johnny and JP. They all know each other fairly well. There's good friendly banter with collision there. I think both players, communication skills. Yeah, not there. Here's Fiona trying to drive out with the ball. What's she charging? The referee says play on. She gets on with it. Right down the throat of the defence. Rona Drone goes high, fails to hold this one. One back by Anna Hickey. Anna's hit hefty there, but fair according to the referee. Back with Rona for Modeligo. Gets a shot there from the on Ryan full forward. Rona, that's a great clearance up the field. Down Mairead O'Brien. Has it in her hands. Gets there ahead of Katie Allen. She's going forward. Can she get room to swing this over without breaking stride? On the run, beautiful score from Mairead O'Brien. That's green with gusto. The green and white flags go up. We're all square here in Carriganore. It's 1-8 apiece.
Just on the water
Brilliant
break.
score, just on the water break.
I didn't
even realise there was 16 minutes played. This is epic. I think we do. And
that's as good a score as you're going to see at any level. Superb work done by Rona. Rona Drone out there, worked her socks off, was under wicket pressure, got a great clearance down to Mairead, pulled the ball out of the sky, turned mid for goal and got a strike off her right hand side on the run from a distance straight over the bar. Superb score.
Unbelievable stuff here at Carriganore. 1-8 apiece. Mairead O'Brien, she scored everything bar one of Modeligo's scores. On the Ryan side then, Fiona Rochford has scored everything bar one of their scores. So there are two players there carrying the fight, but not alone that, the battles throughout the field as well. Players really emptying themselves, and somebody said they wouldn't rule out a draw in the first game. The way this is heading, Derek, we could be heading for a replay.
Yeah, and I think the point to make, Gavin, about the main scores in the game, it doesn't mean that there's not contributions coming around the field. To be fair, like, I mean, we just mentioned likes of Rona, Aoife Byrne, Mary Kay Kern has stormed into the game for Modeligo, and on the other side you've Aoife Landers and Fiona. These are team efforts, massive team efforts, but at the end of the day the scores are going over the bar from a couple of players. So yeah, really interesting now, because all the momentum has come from Modeligo in the second half so far. So can Rinn regroup and get back to the form that they showed in the first 10 or 15 minutes? That's the challenge. But in previous games, when Modeligo have got their gander up, they're hard to stop.
The all power there, you can see them in a little huddle in front of us. All the panel, all the 44 girls are in there around them. What an effort they've put in. Could they be going?
Definitely the work rate that's going on out there between Mary Kate, Aoife Byrne, like they're stopping that delivery going in its source. So that's the key. You know, we often talk about it. You stop the ball going in, forwards can't do the work. So yeah, ball is taken from the free here, and they have back line by Fiona Morrissey.
Aoife Landers pushed the sheet. Needless, right underneath the nose of the referee as well. So it's going to be a line or a free in, and needless in fairness. Yeah. So a chance for.
This will be converted by, we would imagine
by Fiona. Yeah, you'd be writing this one down. 18 minutes gone in the second half.
Yeah, but every one of these now becomes more of a pressure for you, no matter how easy they are. You know, you're gone into the last 10 or 12 minutes. So
1-7 so far.
Strike
for Rochford. She pulled it. I think she's pulled it, Derek. Yeah. Gone out in wide.
Yeah. They're all
got preparing a few substitutes as well there, but
when you're 6 or 7 points ahead, those frees will go over a little bit easier. But like it's squeaky bum time now. We're level pegging. 18 minutes gone the second half. So should be disappointed with that.
1-8 apiece. Nicely balanced. Could we be back here for a replay next week? Rona Drone seems to be a high tackle there. Referee waves play on. Modeligo management team there. And it's going to be a free there. Free to Modeligo, right down in the Aoife Landers this time. I think she's going to get a card here. Spoken to a couple of moments ago by...
she's been a little bit offside with a few tackles there. She's...
Owen is doing a lot of writing there.
Herself and Rona have had some battle here.
They have. They know each other very well, of course. It's a yellow card for Aoife. So it's 1 yellow card apiece there. Tara Farr on the Modeligo side and Aoife Landers on the Rinn side. They actually, incidentally, they both play ladies football with St. Pat's. So again, there's plenty of rivalry, I suppose, off the field as well as on it.
Intelligent ball
crossfires from radar Ryan. Can she get there ahead of Katie Hannon? Katie is sticking to her guns though. She's an experienced defender as well. Could well work out for Modeligo. Mairead has been closely marked here. You can see in this final quarter she's not going to get anything easy. Anna Hickey trying to get her hands on the ball. It's prodded forward by on Ryan, only as far as back with Modeligo. It's the midfielder again. Oh, balance and control there. Mairead O'Brien drills this one in, looking for runners. Rachel O'Brien is inside. Could well work out for Rona. Rona thrown to put Modeligo in the lead off her left hand side. It's gone in and it's gone wide. What a chance there for Modeligo to hit the front. It broke to her. She broke onto it at pace and you'd have probably put your house on her.
Absolutely lovely play, good touch. Excellent touch, everything right. Just that little finish again with 2 or 3 of her shots today has been just inches wide.
Oh, this is a tight, intense battle here. Now, can on Ryan respond? They won it, of course, in 2017. They lost last year's final. They won't want to suffer more heartache as Ava Ivaraku goes forward. Got a partly blocking that. Could well work out for on Ryan. Ball is flicked in. Side netting there. It was Caelan O'Donnell there who was in there. One of the substitutes broke to her. That could have been a very dangerous moment.
Absolutely. I mean, if they got a goal there after all the good work by Modeligo, that would have been against the run of play. But look, you take them whichever way.
In fact, that was Lillian McGill there who's on. That's number 24. So there has been a couple of substitutes come on there, but Chloe Power was pretty relieved to see that go into her side netting. Now the puck out from Chloe. Rona Drowan trying to get on it. O'Neilly and Aoife Lawn wins it back. The 2 number 12s, they've been stars for their respective sides this afternoon. Inside as far as the substitute again. This to put on Ryan in front. It's McGill takes the shot and it's wide again. They've just missed the last couple of snapshots maybe by on Ryan in the last couple of minutes, and we remain at 1-8 apiece. You feel scores they are at a premium here, aren't they?
As you said, Gavin, the pressure comes on now. You're into that. You're heading down the stretch and you'll get the chance in the shot on target. Just makes it a little bit hard.
Oh, brilliantly taken there. That's the substitute. That's Rebecca Burke. It's not a great clearance by Rebecca. Katie Buckley and Fiona Morrissey having a good duel there on the far over side of the field. Brian Cudahy, linesman, on that far side, who's going to win this one. I think Owen Morrissey is going to decide to throw it in, is he? Yeah, I think we heard the whistle there, so Owen puts his hands up to say, what can I do? I think I'm going to throw it in.
Yeah, and that's a good decision not to let these rucks develop too long.
So, line ball there. Thrown in. Katie Buckley trying to fight for it. Modeligo trying to win it back. Player falls to her knees. It's Brianna McGrath trying to win it back for on Ryan. Who's going to be first to this one. Race for possession here. Coming across is Mary Kay Kernall. 2 Modeligo players just took it off each other. Anna Hickey trying to win it there. There seems to be a bit of holding going on there. Anna's indicating that there was a hurley held there. And Mary Kay Kernall there. That's a free to Modeligo. She's battled hard all afternoon. O'Neilly and Aoife Lawn comes in, and that's going to be... I think the ball is coming up. Is it being brought forward there? Referee indicating that it's going to be brought forward, So the tension's really coming to life here, Derek. Now, this becomes scoreable, does it? Or does it?
I think it does, I think it does.
Player being spoken to, 2 players being spoken to.
I'd say, in fairness to Rona, her striking off the dead balls hasn't been as good as she'd like it to be now. But she could prove me wrong here now, maybe get one of her. But she's been pushed in. I would thought that Mairead would be able to take this one.
In fact, I think that's why you can hear JP wasn't long telling Rona to get back in there, you know. So Morrissey has, I think it's 2 yellows here, 2 number. So Emma Welsh-Hickey gets a yellow, and so does the number 12 for on Ryan O'Neilly and Aoife Lawn, who also came into the back slightly late. But there's been so many solid performances all over the field. So 22 minutes on the clock. Mairead O'Brien, she's got 1-7 out of Modeligo's total this afternoon. Can she put the girls in green in front? Yeah, you knew the minute it left her hurley it mightn't even go wide, Derek. It's batted back down. Katie Buckley is still in there. It's still not cleared from on Ryan's point of view. Very dangerous moment. Good work out to Rona. Aoife Landers after her. Oh, what a block that is. Rona has a second opportunity of it. Well, she fouled. Referee says play on. She's pulled back. Free in to Modeligo. That'll do nicely from their point of view. Now it's more scoreable. In fairness, I thought the ball had actually gone wide, but in fairness, it hung in there, and Brian Cudahy comes in to mark that one. So, Mairead O'Brien, you'll probably be writing this one down, Derek.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be unusual if she puts this one wide, but they want to give her the commentator's curse or anything like that. But
no, you wouldn't. No, you don't want to do it at any player in the county final. But
would this be the first time they take the lead, Gavin?
It was, first time they take the lead,
We're into the 22nd, 23rd minute of the second half. What a time.
Yeah, things, even though it might be getting a little bit chilly here in the stand, I can tell you it's getting far from chilly out there in the field. As Mairead O'Brien, chance to shoot Modeligo into the lead for the first time this afternoon. It's over the bar. 1-8 for Mairead O'Brien. It's 1-9 for Modeligo. They hit the lead in the 23rd minute. On Ryan now have to throw everything at this.
Every single thing they can, yeah.
And Modeligo, I suppose they're not going to empty the tank. They're going to empty the tank as well.
They're on they're in that zone, and it's taken on Ryan a bit of time to get into the zone.
Eveney for a coup, intercepted again by Emma Hickey. What the ground she's covered has been immense in this second half as well for Modeligo. Slither go to the hurley. Oh, just taken off her there, right on the nose, right on the sideline there. Kick forward, very close to the line. Line ball to Modeligo.
Yeah.
Line or free, is it? 2 on Ryan, is it? Yeah, on Ryan.
Line ball.
On Brian, yeah.
It looks like he's giving it, yeah.
I think Brian had signalled maybe Modeligo, but on Morrissey, of course, saw it better there. So he overrules the linesman and says it's going to be a line ball to on Ryan. Aoife Landers trots across to hit this one, number 9 for on Ryan. Picked up a yellow card a couple of moments ago, but again taking the fight to Modeligo. They beat on Ryan beat Modeligo by 3-12 to 2-2 in the group stages, but as we were saying earlier when it came to Tallow and Portlaw, those group games, they mean very little on county final day. Back there Modeligo, Mairead O'Brien clearing it.
And for our sister Rachel.
Oh, seem to be the hurley, seem to be certainly the fibre of the jersey is being tested as well. Rhiannon the Grand Eater.
Yeah. Hurley, she's going to use her hand. She's used every part of her anatomy, I say, to try and stop this clearance. Yeah,
Rina gets the clearance in. Battle here, Katie Hannon there as well. Brian Cuddy throws back in a hurley as he in the far over side there. Who's going to come away with this? And Ronan Drone under from Modeligo. Katie Buckley trying to get in there as well. Are they going to win a first ever title on Ryan, I'm sure? Fiona Morrissey, they won't want to leave that happen. Now down as far as the danger player, here's or Sarah Morrissey. Sarah, and in fairness to Moran, well, she's been solid in that Modeligo backline as well.
Yeah, no, in fairness, the Modeligo backs have really gone on top in the second half.
Who's going to win this one? Really, fairness. Both sets of sides have emptied themselves out there today. It's pulled on and it's a free in, is it? No. Very close to the sideline there, so Modeligo, they're in the lead with 5 minutes to go. Can they hang on, Derek?
Well, it's probably too early to say that now, this is, even though there is only 5 minutes.
Even though there'll probably be 5 minutes injury time as well.
Yeah, it could well be. You could be talking about 8 or 9 minutes left in this game. And I've seen how they can change in a second or two. Maybe one strike of a ball back to the net. There's Mairead O'Brien back in our full back line.
Back in our own half, yeah, absolutely.
And that might not be the right place to have her, you know. We need, if they regress to that point,
Aoife Landers, very close to the sideline. She's gone inside the cover.
Let's look at the goal. If she goes across the goal.
Oh, leaving Fiona Rochford free. Mightn't be a good idea. Fiona turns on a sixpence off her left-hand side. This one looks good. Oh, no, it's not. It's gone outside and wide. She's missed it. She's human after all. Good vision, though, by Aoife to spot her, but you can see, give her half a second. She is looking menacing and just wide in that occasion. Modeligo, this is all soaking up that pressure.
And the pressure to get that equalising score now. They're striking for different types of scores. You know, the pressure's on those strikes much more than it was in the first half. So, and if you're not getting on much ball, sometimes they get that a little bit harder. So, look out for Modeligo here now with Chloe Power.
Chloe takes this one, it's hanging in the air. Katie Buckley batted back down. Here's Fiona Rochford. Prods it down the line. There's a bit of space now for Maura the Rush. The number 10 picked up that injury in the first half. In fact, it's the substitute there. That's Lily McGill going forward off her left-hand side. Puts this one in and puts it over the bar. Equalising score for Lily and McGill. Brilliant score there. Got inside the cover. Ought to have gone for a goal, but wise option there on that occasion. Takes her point. We're all square.
Take again. The point, exactly, Gavin. Yeah, there's still plenty of time here, so you go for goal, you miss it, and suddenly
absolutely,
things are on the back.
And that breeze seems to be picking up as well, Derek.
Definitely, yes, very strong breeze now.
It is, I suppose, a windy venue at times, but in fairness, we're lucky to have it.
There's only 2 forwards from the halfway up. There's only 2 of Modeligo forwards up there and 2 defenders. So the rest, all is happening on the other end of the field.
Yeah, the game is really being played now down the on right side of the half, but down side of the field, Morrissey says that's going to be a hot ball. Yeah. 27 minutes gone. Who knows? Will we be back for a replay? And I'm not sure when you would even fit in a replay now, but it's such a busy schedule of games.
All the guys themselves would need it.
Aoife Landers foul there, going forward, and Mairead O'Brien there, and.
Yeah, Mairead's been pulled back there, but there's a bit of a reaction there from Mairead. It's not like her at all.
No, in fairness, Aoife, I think, was winning the free there, and she went down, and Mairead came back in. I think Owen is going to bring the ball forward there on that occasion, and or no, it's going to leave the free where it is, but Mairead is going to be spoken to. But yeah, this is certainly scoreable from Rochford and Modeligo. They've been trying so hard, of course, to get here, and it's yellow from Mairead. Yeah. In fairness,
he's bringing up the ball as well, I think, yeah. Or maybe not.
Either way, it becomes more scoreable, you feel, for Fiona Rochford and on Ryan. I suppose they have the experience, Derek, from last year and winning in 2017. They know when it comes, I suppose, how these big finals, these big occasions, you know.
And here we're seeing it start to unfold in front of us now. You know, they were down by a point or 2 minutes ago. This could put them ahead by a point.
Fiona Rochford. Umpires go for the white flag. It's over the bar for the full forwards. Brilliant performance by her this afternoon. She's got 1-9. 1-8, I should say, out of the on-Ryan total so far this afternoon. Just 2 other scores, but they're in front on the all-important scoreboard. Here's Rachel O'Brien from Modeligo. Blocked down well there by Landers. Evie Veracu picks it up for on-Ryan. Drilled down the line. Good centre-back play there by Modeligo. Ellen O'Byrne on the ball there. Is she? Oh, seemed to be very quick pick up there by Sarah. Yeah, offloads to Rochford. Oh, lovely footwork off her right hand side this time. Doesn't make a clean connection inside as far as Tara Farr. Oh, took her eye off it there. Could well work out for on Ryan. It's inside. Chance for the substitute. Here's McGill. Got a point a couple of moments ago. She's going goalwards. That's surely a free in. And is it inside? It'll be interesting to see. It's a 21, I'd say. Is it? Or has he indicated? Free in, yeah. Free in. So 28 minutes, 29 minutes gone on the clock.
29 minutes, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what's added on. I'm sure we'll get an indication of that very, very shortly indeed. But I'm sure Fiona will tap this one over.
Yeah, take the 2-point lead. Why wouldn't you? Going into injury time. So despite all of the efforts in the hook of Modeligo, you know, looks like they put this ball over the bar. Which is likely to happen. Fiona stands over it. On the 21, hits that
our left hand side.
If there were any fouls around.
Amazing, I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Went out of her way to hit that ball up in
I don't know, did she actually just put the height on just to try and get rid of the sliotar, or maybe, I don't know, people do that, but you're not.
Paid the ultimate price for it now. The ball's gone wide.
It's gone wide, so we didn't get an indication yet of what's going to be added, but we're back with the play. Now, Modeligo, they're still trailing by 1. They have to get the ball upfield. Oh, Emma Burke playing around with it there in the wrong area of the field, and it's overturned by Modeligo. They have to get it up the field. Seemed to be a push in the back, Anna Hickey there, needless free to give away. Fairness, referee was right, there was no need of it, but again, it came from Modeligo. A bit of overplay there at the wrong area of the field.
Well, so just a bit of indecision there now, wrong decisions.
So
a bit of an impasse here now again. So
referee indicating there to Fiona Rochford that it's going to be a free in. Just having an argument there. I'm sure they had a bit of an argument over that last one. Fiona couldn't believe that she actually missed it, given the, I suppose, how accurate she's been all afternoon. But she has a chance to atone for it now. But even though this isn't easy, heading into injury time. Yeah, off her left hand side, plenty of distance in it. Has it the accuracy? They're looking up at it. I think this time there's no mistake. There's not. It's over the bar from Fiona Rochford. Super score by Rochford. We said coming into it she was going to be a big player. She's illustrating that so far this afternoon. 2-point game. Modeligo, you feel, have to get a goal if they want to rescue this one. They've tried their hearts out. It's been an absolute belter of a game. It's really come to life in the second half. But first of all, they need to get their hands on the ball. As we tick into injury time, we've 31 minutes played here. Didn't get an indication of what's going to be added on. Rona Drone going forward, needs to get it up the field. For Modeligo, that seems to be a high tackle there. Referee says no. Play on. Aoife Landers has it back for on Ryan. She's going forward and she's fouled there on that occasion there. Rona Drone came across 2 wholehearted players. In fairness, they've had a good duel. In fairness, Mary Kate Kern out there as well, and linesman there just saying that there's 2 players down, so let's get a bit of treatment in, and in fairness, it's going to be added on anyway. So Rona and Aoife both going to receive treatment there.
Had for the hour, in fairness, both.
Rona suffering a bit of cramp there, but I know she was carrying a bit of an injury a few weeks ago into today as well. So
yeah. And in fairness, just to mention, like in the semi-final, obviously, Rona's grandmother, Fiona, was on the same day.
That's right, absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Fair play to her for doing that.
Yeah, wholehearted warrior, of course, yeah, absolutely, yeah. And
5 minutes and their backs were full on, and looked like Modeligo were going to go on and win this game. And on their based on their second half performance, they might have deserved it. But to be fair to Ryan, they dug deep. And a few crucial frees that they won then there with 6 or 7 minutes to go, you know, that just got them over the line. Yeah, a fantastic game, and no one deserved to lose this one today, unfortunately for Modeligo. They had managed, they're the losers on the day, but like not in terms of what they brought to the game. They really did bring everything that they could and played a really big part in what was a spectacle of Camogie here today, and fantastic. And I suppose a fantastic thing to say about intermediate Camogie standard here in Waterford. Like, you know, it was every bit as good as the senior game last week. And fair play to both teams for the immense performances that they put out there today. It was incredible. So well deserved too to Ryan for coming up and getting through it. So yeah, there's some really good
absolutely, yeah,
performances there, I suppose. In fairness, like if you're looking at Rinn, you're looking at players like Fiona there. Gavin would have done well at full forward. Most of their scores bar 1 or 2.
Yeah, 1-9 she ended up with Derek immense. You know, I'm not sure exactly between play and freeze, but obviously majority of them being freeze. But she nailed that one crucial one out the sideline, which gave them the 2-point lead, and obviously propelled them maybe to the victory in the end. You know?
Yeah, and they had some lucky Falanas for exception. On behalf of Modeligo, there was a number of really good performances, like, you know, led by Mairead O'Brien, I thought, and more so even Rona Drone was just everywhere for the whole hour throughout the game. And you know, to play like that and to be on a losing team, I'm really disappointed. But they really came to they brought everything to us, you know, some just honest endeavour and skill that was just beyond probably what we all expected even. So well done to both teams.
So celebration time for Rinn. You can see what it means to them, and you know, I suppose they were here this time last year. They were looking at, I suppose, Joe Garman getting the trophy, and you know, the wherewithal to come back again and go back to the well again this year and getting over the line, especially winning it in that manner as well, because there was probably questions asked them in that second half.
Oh, without doubt. Like, I mean, the whole way through it, Gavin. Like, and you're right. Like, I mean, you go back to last year. This isn't just a thing that started yesterday or the day before. Like, they're looking to do this with a couple with last year now, and haven't suffered at the hands of Dungarvan, my own club last year. That's a bittersweet pill to swallow at times, but they managed to, you know, find a way back into it this year. And look, any team that they say, well, anyone that loses a match, you know, they say you have to lose one before you win one, and that seems to be the case here for Modeligo. But look, for Rinn, but look, I've no doubt that Modeligo will be back. They're a young emerging team, and fair play to them for what they brought here today. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they were immense. Mairead O'Brien, really a real tour de force. She ended with 1-8 out of their tally as well this afternoon. Really took the fight to him, and maybe he was unlucky with a couple of, you know, maybe could have got 1 or 2 more scores at Mihal and JP, and I know a lot of the guys involved, you know, they've put so much into it as well. They'll learn from this experience, and they'll be back.
Yeah, they will be back. Look, they're a young team, you know, to be fair, and they've got great coaches, and they're a club, very progressive club, and as we said earlier on, Gavin, look, their panel goes down to number 45. That speaks volumes about what's going on out in the Modeligo area, and they are bringing in a few players like that they've been serviced by young players coming in from Ballymac, where there isn't Camogie being played. You know, Claire Wilson is an example, fantastic footballer, and it's great to see players like that coming into clubs like Modeligo to supplement the players that they already have. So long may that last, and let's keep it going. But look, they're going to be deflated, they're going to be heads down. They're also going to be very proud of what they've achieved to get to this final, you know. And that's really the important thing here, that they've put themselves in a position to compete at the top level in the intermediate grade and put down a marker for the rest of the teams for next year. They're going to be the team to beat.
Yeah, just see the Morrissey sisters there, Fiona and Sarah, getting their photo taken, so all part and parcel of it as well, and younger sister there as well, so big moment for them. And again, in fairness to Fiona, stood tall. She's been immense throughout the championship, but when there was questions being asked there, you know, she mopped up all there and, you know, used it very well as well.
Yeah, look, Fiona brings years and years of experience with her, like, and in fairness to Fiona, she's travelling up and down to Offaly all year long with us with the seniors, and like, she's obviously doing that as well with the club. So like, it's a huge commitment for these girls. Like, and no one puts in the effort like the likes of the players like Fiona, and like, to see her get this reward now is great. And she was, you know, well supported by players all around her. But a lot of young talent there in both teams coming through, and it's really looks good for the future of Waterford Camogie. And you see the players that we've seen out here today, like, you know, all doing their utmost to get across the line here.
Certainly so. So it's going to be celebration time, and Rinn will be bringing you that presentation very shortly, which is going to be made to their captain. That's Emer Scanlon, the midfielder and player of the match. Also going to be announced by Sheila O'Donoghue, the Cathaoirleach, in the next couple of minutes. So the full-time score 1-11 to Rinn, 1-9 for Modeligo. Absolutely brilliant battle here between two fantastic teams who gave it everything, but it's Rinn who are triumphant. They'll be making the step up to the senior grade for next season. No doubt Modeligo will be back for another crack at it next season. They'll be really, no doubt, deflated tonight, and it will take them a time for them to get over it, but they'll certainly come back, there's no doubt. But Rinn, no doubt, they'll be senior, and they'll be given that a right go as well next year. I see Catherine O'Donnell, one of the senior selectors down there, of course, with Derek as well. She's involved there in the background, and no doubt very happy with today's result. 1-11 to 1-9. Just a quick recap then on the game. Fiona Rochford, top performance from the former Wexford star this afternoon. She ended with 1-9 on Ryan's tally. Sarah Morrissey at corner forward chipped in with a point, and Lillian McGill, their substitute there, who came on, she ended with a point as well. That was a crucial score at the time as well for Modeligo. Mairead O'Brien top scorer this afternoon. Brilliant stuff from her. She ended with 1-8 out of Modeligo's tally of 1-9. Mary Kate Kern got their other score. The midfielder, she battled hard, but there were some terrific performances right throughout the field, and what was a real bumper day of Camogie, what's turning out to be pretty chilly at WIT Arena now. We're all getting fairly well wrapped up here there, Willie and Tomas and the lads, but thanks to them for their work as always behind the scenes as well, and to Ita and Sheila and all involved in the Camogie board as well for their work this afternoon. So see Sean Michael O'Regan down there, the Cairlock of the county board. He had a daughter involved this afternoon. So on Ryan are going to get the cup in the next few minutes. We'll hand you over to Sheila O'Donoghue for the presentation. The full-time score 1-11 to on Ryan, 1-9 to Modeligo. Do indeed stay tuned. The presentation is to come. Will be coming very, very shortly indeed. We're just waiting for Sheila there to get things organised. We'll be bringing you that very, very shortly indeed. Thanks as well to Peter and Patrice Flanagan as well for their sponsorship as well of today's live streaming, and to JP Ryan and mobiletraining.ie as well on the Modeligo side for their contributions, to the Waterford Camogie YouTube page, and to Tomas Rue O'Kyle and Willie O'Mahony as well for their work behind the scenes. Been a busy day for the lads, but top notch as always, and really enjoyed being here this afternoon. So wherever you were tuned in, I do hope you enjoyed it as well. I know we had viewers from all over the world for this intermediate final this afternoon. So I think now we're going to hand you over to Sheila O'Donoghue, the chairperson of the Waterford Camogie board, to officially make the presentation to the on Ryan captain.
On behalf of my fellow executive members on Waterford Camogie board, I'd like to welcome you all to the 2021 Intermediate County Final. We're delighted to have had Hooper Dolan, our sponsors, for our club championship, and we're really indebted to them, and we thanks to Cathal and all the team. I'd like to compliment Rua for the streaming. We really, really appreciate it, and the commentary by Derek and Gavin. It's fantastic to have that, and the way people can look back on this game and people join it who couldn't be here today. I'd like to compliment the referee, Owen Morrissey, and he did a very fine job on his efficiency. Thanks to each and every one of you. To all the helpers today, and we had lots of people helping out with the car park, everything, you know, the go games, etc. And to all the parents who brought the kids along for the go games, this is really great, and you know, great to see so many young girls out watching the game. I'd like to thank WIT. You could see the pitch was in great condition, and you know, and it's great to have a fine surface here for our games, and for what the girls to bring the best out of our girls. I'd like to thank all our clubs this year. I know it's been difficult at stages, but look, all the work they're doing from under 8s right up. This is why we've had that great surge in membership in recent years, and I compliment them for that. And tomorrow we'll have more games. We'll have 2 under 13 finals here tomorrow afternoon. I'd also like to thank local press, and I see Tomas here, and the great coverage between WLR, local newspapers, and to Noel with the photography, and Michael Drislan with Radio Gaeltacht as well. It's great to get this coverage. It's really, really important. But today it is about the 2 clubs, you know, the green and white of Modeligo, again, which are working really hard and getting better year on year. I know you're disappointed, but you have a very young side, and you know, you've only won junior, was it 2 or 3 years ago, so you're really progressing, and you're a model club for many other clubs to watch as how you're developing, and your day will come. But on Ryan, I suppose that, you know, fine champions in 2017, so no strangers to silverware, and battling again. You gave it, you know, a great performance, and you know, you didn't have it all your own way. You saw that it was score for score, but really, you know, you heard a great effort, and well done to you. Again, I'd like to, before I present the cup to the winning captain, Emer Scanlon, we have a Player of the Match award. And today there were many fine displays. It could have gone to anybody, but the Player of the Match award is going to somebody no stranger to medals. She has a few of them with Wexford in both codes, and that's Fiona Rochford.
So there you have Fiona Rochford picking up the Player of the Match award. She's used to picking up silverware, of course, from her Wexford days, now in the On Ryan colours. The number 14, 1-9 for her this afternoon. player of the match, just accepting her award there from the chairperson, Sheila O'Donoghue. Richly deserving of that too this afternoon. That goal alone was a thing of beauty in the first half and nailed some crucial frees as well. She missed what seemingly was an easy one as well. Here for me to say it, but immense performance.
She tells me she's
and richly deserving player of the match. So Cagordagus to Fiona Rochford.
Well done, Fiona. And I forgot to mention Sean Michael, who's chair of Waterford J. Again, you know, Sean Michael, thanks to you and Pat Flynn and for all the support for Waterford Camogie. It's really, really appreciated. And I know you're smiling this evening. I was joking him earlier in the week about he almost needed a helicopter for all the games he had to cover, and I know I wish you well tomorrow for your county senior football final. So thanks, Sean Michael. But without further ado, I suppose to the captain of On Rhine, number 8, and that's Emer Scanlon.
So Emer Scanlon being called to the presentation area. We're just literally on the field at a cold Carriganore now, and I'm sure it's not going to be cold in On Rhine tonight as Emer Scanlon lifts the trophy. Celebration time for the girls in On Rhine. So the first title went to Tallow, the second title is going to On Rhine, and Emer, no doubt, will give, I'm sure, a couple of fuckle Osquail get there now with her speech, just getting the all-important photographs taken first there. See Tomas McCarthy and Noel Brown down there as well. And capturing these famous moments on Rhine back in the top flight for the 2022 season. Modeligo will be back, I'm sure, to challenge for the intermediate next season, so we'll have a few words now from the captain of Ferna for On Rhine, Emer Scanlon.
An current show Glock, our son and Fern Camogie Ignorina. Stoka, engaged on she's Volume of Weeks of Gold, Sheila, done Ray Tour, Weirlina, and Weir Cool, August on WIT or on Park and You. Gurmi Magut done Loch Lanuna, being a Gwyn Gok, Ila Shafton, and the Gok I thought fake and Swally Kamagar, Mila Magusha. Ni failing Drew Dean of Fern Bonestiacta, Hankuiger Kroga, Maud, Feeny, Sinead, Stephen, August, Johnny. Miss Lenore, could have a Shaston show, just the Colini show, it's because the ancient different Keiko no ways to talk to. It's Clownwood, August, coming clear, it's supposed to Kazula Clownmore. So Garmila Magusha, come on, Shin Divsha. A great game as always. There's never anything between the two sides, and it's just I suppose Modeligo, I'm sure you'll be back again next year. You have a big panel of over 40 or something, so I'm sure you have a lot coming up in the future, so I'm sure you'll be back again. So 3 cheers for Modeligo. Hip hip! Hip hip!
Nice touch there from Emer to give Modeligo a mention. In fairness, they played their part in today's decider as well, but it belongs to On Rhine, county intermediate champions for 2022. Modeligo head back to the dressing rooms, no doubt, absolutely heartbroken, devastated. They gave it absolutely everything this afternoon, and no doubt their day will come. So I think that's where pretty much we'll do a wrap from what's been a busy day. It's been a long day here in Carriganore, but a thoroughly enjoyable day. Thanks to the Camogie board as well for looking after us in terms of the refreshments there as well at half time there as well. So On Rhine nearly going away with the lads' microphone as well. We'll get that back in due course. But just once again to do a wrap on it, in the earlier action, the junior final saw a victory for Tallow. They bridged a 50-year gap earlier on. When they won the junior title, they defeated Portlaw after a rip-roaring battle. 3-7 to 2-7 was the full time in that one. And here in the intermediate Camogie final for 2021, On Rhine have been promoted to the senior ranks for next season. They have beaten Modeligo by a 2-point margin, 111 to 19, the full-time scoreline. So from Derek Lyons and co-commentary, thanks to Derek, and best of luck to Derek and the senior Camogie team for the year ahead. Brilliant to have him on board over the last couple of weeks. To Tomas, Rua O'Kyla and Willie O'Mahony once again for the great work and coverage behind the scenes. To Ita and all involved in Waterford Camogie, Catherine and all the gang here for looking after us, and to the WIT Arena, the staff here as well, for having everything in tune over the last couple of weeks. Please God, more Camogie action to come over the next couple of weeks. So do indeed keep an eye on the Waterford Camogie social media channels. So for myself, Gavin Whelan, thanks for tuning in. Full-time score in the Hooper Dolan Insurance's Intermediate County Championship Final of 2021. On Rhine 111, Modeligo 19.
If you'd asked me when I was 10 years of age what I wanted to be, a hurley maker was it. The first hurl I made would have been for myself and my wife Patrice. I suppose, look, she was playing Camogie for Waterford at the time, and I was just making a few hurleys for her. In 2006 then we just said we'd give it a go and try and make a business out of it full time, you know. So we did, and touch wood, it's going okay, thank God. Patrice would look after the sales and all that, along with my father over in the workshop. I have 2 little children as well, JJ and Katie, have come along over the last couple of years, and you know, please God, I'd like to, you know, pass on the craft and the tradition to them to keep in the family and that, you know. So hopefully, look, they'll know how to make a hurley anyway, and after that, then they can find their own path in life. Probably the biggest buzz for me is the fact that, you know, the hurleys are made in the back of the cowshed, knock and duff, and when you see them then up in Thurles and Crow Park, like I get a wicked buzz off that. You know, you wouldn't be jumping up and down shouting it, but just you'll be sitting in the stand in Thurles or Crow Park, and inside you'd just be happy. You know what I mean? It's just it sort of makes all the hard work worthwhile. Like, the way I look at it is that they played hurling hundreds of years ago with an ash hurley, and they're still playing with it. And thank God, look, they are, and that suits me down to the ground. I'll keep making them by hand, please God, as long as the shoulders hold up.